I'm here as a legislator, but also as a parent, understanding that, well, I'm committed to my family, committed to my children. I can't be with them at all times. And I'm a father of, my youngest kids are 5th and 6th grade, so this is very relevant to me. So members, brief explanation about the bill and background. AI is a valuable and enriching tool for young people that will prepare them with the skills necessary to succeed in an AI-driven future. Technology can be a force of good, allowing kids and teens to learn more effectively, explore educational interests, and build life skills. Gen AI can help younger people pose follow-up questions and help them dig deeper to further their learning, provide them with greater and more equitable access to personalized academic tutoring, and equip them with skills in a technology that will become a large part of their adult lives and career. There are extraordinary opportunities for Gen AI to be used responsibly in ways that protect, respect, and empower kids and teens. Members, we want to offer a solution. Youth have unique developmental needs and are best supported by a legislative approach that provides them unique protections. Our bill adopts this principle by taking a risk-based approach, allowing for nuanced treatment of children and teens to promote a product experience where kids are treated like kids and adults are treated like adults, while preserving access to vital information and services. The approach does not shut teens and children out of the generative AI altogether, but it rather enables them to learn about and benefit from these technologies responsibly and with guardrails in place. And some of the highlights, members, are parental controls. Tools must be offered for parents of users under 13 to manage privacy and settings, with appropriate tools available for parents of minors aged 13 and above as well. General safeties and disclosures, consumer disclosure. If a reasonable person would be misled into believing that they are speaking to a human, the operator must disclose that the service is artificial intelligence. An extremely important component, members, to me as a parent and to a lot of us, are suicide and self-harm protocols. Operators must adopt protocols to respond to prompts regarding self-harm, including making reasonable efforts to refer users to a crisis hotline or service providers. There should also be mental health disclaimers where operators cannot program the service to explicitly state that it is designed to provide professional mental or behavioral health care. So in short, members and Mr. Chairman, we're trying to provide protection for children under 18 or people under 18.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for the bill sponsor? Ms. Guerrero. I just assume you're always going to have one, so.
Mr. Sponsor, thank you so much for introducing this bill. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chairman.
You're welcome.
And I understand that similar states have introduced this bill. Can you go and share to our committee who and how? Is it currently in legislation or where is it today? If you can give us a status on that.
Representative Clavero, Mr. Chairman, I don't know what other states have done specifically, but we do have some speakers who are going to be speaking on the history and what other states are doing.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the sponsor? Seeing none, sit tight, but we'll move on. Who do we have to speak, sir?
We have 3 people signed in to speak for the measure if necessary.
So do any of those people find it necessary? There it is. Come on up and tell us which one you are. Introduce yourself, who you're with. We'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. My name is Colin Larson, signed in on behalf of Google. We are here in support of this bill today. Some of you may have recognized me. I was here 2 weeks ago testifying on the Kidfluencer bill, but we're happy to also be in support of House Bill 2311. Obviously Google is at the forefront, we'll say, of generative AI. Our product, Gemini, already incorporates a lot of the design features that are contemplated in House Bill 2311, but we think they're important. Things like persona safeguards, so that the generative AI service is not representing itself as a human being, engaging in a sexual relationship with an underage user, suicide self-harm protocols, preventing it representing itself as a mental health professional. We think these are common sense, and we've already incorporated them into the design of our product for ones that are aimed at under 18 users. But we think it's important that we establish a industry-wide kind of floor for safety protocols and design features for under 18 users here. We want to recognize that with the great benefits of generative AI, there also come risks for minor users, and we want to make sure that we're codifying best practices here. And we believe that the design features and the protocols in 2311 accomplish that. So I am happy to answer questions to the best of my ability. I will preface that I'm not a technical expert, so I won't be able to answer specific design feature questions, but we are happy to get those questions and have actual qualified experts answer that. I have a government affairs capacity, so I could probably field a question from Representative Carveo about the landscape. But yeah, and with that, I will leave it here.
You also have a legal disclaimer capacity, it sounds like. I was going to ask you all sorts of questions about code. Now I can't.
Indeed.
I'd like to throw the question that she asked about what other states, what's going on in this sphere in other parts of the country?
Yes, absolutely. So there have been, this exact piece of legislation has not been passed in any state yet. It is modeled on language that has been passed in California, also from Utah. But this, I think, is kind of legislation that this is the first time that we're seeing persona representation, mental health, and all of these elements combined into a single piece of legislation. I know legislation that is very similar to this is progressing in Nebraska. We expect it to be introduced in Colorado. It is introduced in Hawaii. And I believe Illinois and a number of other states across the Midwest are looking at adopting legislation that is crafted on kind of similar principles here.
Thank you. Ms.
Mr.
Conversational.
Chair, thank you so much for coming today. And it's interesting because with the current times, with issues that we've been hearing in the last, in recent years, I guess you can say, with the issues dealing with mental health and impacts towards access to those who are vulnerable, not just our children, seniors, veterans, with being able to be impacted by certain chatbots or rooms or whatnot. Currently today, by law, who's the onus? If there is an issue that happens, who is the onus put upon? What have you seen? Can you share that with the committee?
Thank you, Representative Rivera, and I apologize, I don't necessarily
Meaning the
understand
onus, like, maybe rephrase, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
If a child is engaged in platform A, okay, and the child is interacting with falsified persona, whatnot, and then worst case scenario, suicide is, taking place. And a lot of these families have been going through some difficult times. And are these guardrails that you're trying to minimize that, or who is the onus right now? I guess, what's the discussion? If you can just share it with the full committee. I wouldn't want to assume anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know that necessarily the legal ramifications or liability component, but I will say in terms of the design features that we've built into our product and the design features that this bill would contemplate for under 18 users, it's specifically designed. We designed our product in consultation with mental health experts for those kind of suicidal ideation and mental health protocols. So there are notifications. The product is designed not to engage, to reflect, to refer them to seek help, to encourage them to, reach out to actual human beings, et cetera, et cetera. That's what we're trying, because again, I can't speak for other companies and what their design features are for their U18 products, But what we're trying to do here is create a common set of design, like a minimum floor of what a conversational AI service as defined here, what they're putting out there, and what the minimum they need to do to ensure that those incidents don't happen. I don't know the liabilities currently. I'm not sure if that's even been settled in law, to be frank with you, because it's, I think, fairly new.
Right.
Fairly new.
Right, so
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, I was trying to get to that hasn't been defined. And this bill would help assist with putting guardrails to programs to those who are under 18.
Thank you, Representative. Yes, Mr. Chair, yes, the purpose of this legislation, as we read it and view it, is to establish that kind of, ideally, nationwide floor for those that are offering these products, you know, both us as Gemini, competitor products, to have those minimum safety guardrails in place with regards to suicidal ideation, persona representation, sexual, engaging in sexual conversation, just sort of the known harms that we've seen, and taking proactive steps to prevent those from happening.
Mr. Chair, one
Yes,
follow-up
go ahead.
question. And I was curious, how did you come to the civil penalties at 1,000 per violation and then a cap at $500,000?
I don't, Representative, thank you for the question. I don't know where that specific number came from. But, I mean, obviously it was in the legislation, but I
Right.
can't speak to why those numbers were settled upon.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Because I told her I would, this is kind of long. I'm not going to read it all because it's more than 2 minutes, but this bill was held last week because it needed some work, and a woman named Jeannie McDough from Seattle actually came down here to testify of America. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to enter it into our record, but basically she feels like it's a lot of government overreach. And all of that kind of stuff constitute happy. I'm not reading her whole thing, but I am the star of the show. But I wanted to let her know that she's against it, and I thank her for coming down here to testify on something from another state, because that's it takes a lot of gumption and probably her own flight money. So I do appreciate that. So I wanted to mention that. Mr. Vice Chair, any other speakers that want to get up? Vice Chair, any other speakers that want to get up?
We have two others for if necessary, James Roth and Brian Murray.
I'm seeing
If
those.
necessary.
It does not look necessary, so I guess we will move on. Mr. Vice Chairman, please move the bill. Oh, time out. Do you want to do any closing comments, Ms. Rivera? Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I move that House Bill 2311 be returned with a due pass recommendation.
And please move that amendment.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the 4-page Wilmoth Amendment dated February 11th at 9:55 a.m. be adopted.
Members, the motion before you is the adoption of the Wilmoth Amendment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Appears the ayes have it. Do have it so ordered. Mr. Vice Chairman, please move the bill as amended.
Mr. Chairman, I move that House Bill 2311 as amended be returned with a due pass recommendation.
Thank you, sir. Members, you've heard the motion. Secretary, call the roll.
Representative Cavero,
Mr. Chair, may I explain my vote? Mr. Chair, can I explain my vote?
Oh, yes, please.
It's unique of a situation that we have a bill today in front of us that is at the forefront of this vertical, and it's extraordinarily important for me to acknowledge that similar bills in Utah, Texas, Illinois, California, and Maine have been presented in some areas of this bill. And although there's much to still, I feel, develop and possibly wait, I do think that this is timely and important. And so at this time, I will vote yay for this bill, but reserve my right to change my vote upon possible amendments and discussion with the other states at this time. So,
Representative Cupper,
Aye.
Representative Travers,
Aye.
Representative Villegas,
Aye.
Representative Willoughby,
aye.
Vice Chairman Taylor,
Aye.
Chairman Whitaker.
Aye. Mr. Rivera just makes it so easy. By your count, members, by your count of 7 ayes, 0 nay, you have chosen to give House Bill 2311 as amended a due pass recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, thank you, members.